G'day, this is Captainoob, and I've got one question. Can you solve a colossal problem using a Gatling gun? And let me tell you, Tinkerbell, you've got your work cut out for you today, because we've rolled one of these. This is got the bloody, it's a bloodied Appalachian Thunderpipe. That's just a skin, though. You get it from the scoreboard from like a few seasons back. The other one is like the Black Knight paint, but this one makes it look like a steampunk sci-fi thing. So we've got Bloodied, Lucky, and Vats Enhanced on this, and I don't think I could have gotten better rolls for this particular purpose. Obviously, extremely strong there. You could potentially think the fire rate's better, but I like just getting those extra crits because something about the damage reduction just does something to the numbers. It increases them in a way which I think makes using them a good idea. Also, the Vats Enhanced allows us to continue that streak over a longer period of time. That's obviously going to synergize quite well with our armor, being all unyielding stuff to give myself a bunch more agility, which your action points are derived from. So we've got 400 now. We could have optimized this a little bit further using, instead of deep pocketed and custom fit and deep pocketed and dense or anything, we could have just made it all ultra light, which would give me plus 5? I think it's 5 per piece. It's not 10. That's way too much. That's Fallout 4. Anyways, so you'll note that we've got like 29,000 rounds. We only use a handful of those. This is obviously post-fight, so 279 damage. Yes, you've already seen that. So here's a builder running. Obviously, we're going to want all-in heavy gunner. Lock and load, not useful. I actually probably would have chucked on that because reloading this thing with a mag of 500 with its rate of fire, not high on the to-do list, not high on the priorities. We've got concentrated fire for zeroing in on the head and using that to crit with headshots. We've got critical savvy, better criticals, bloody mess, so damaging stuff. There's a Grim Reaper sprint there. We've got one in enforcer, allows us to have a couple in dodgy. We've got a couple in, 3 in covert operative even, 3 in sneak, and escape artist. So basically, again, we're going to be utilizing a stealth heavy gunner approach. Unfortunately, not as effective as it was against Earl. We're using the plasma caster the other day, but we managed to get some use out of it. It was a little bit silly to do, but managed to make it all work out. We've got follow through the magic mosquito of getting more damage than you should, that Bethesda wants you to get. Make sure you back the mosquito, he won't let you down. And that's what we got. We've also got tenderizer, field surgeon, and first aid, so I can emergency stim pack myself and just get that healing basically instantly. I think that goes over everything. Yep. Luck right now is at 33, which I think is enough. Generally, I'd like to go a little bit higher, but she'll be right, mate. Anyways, let's begin. Alright, we're about 30 seconds away from the mine coming down and the fight to begin. We've got our Appalachian Thunderpipe. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Thunderpipe. That's weird. I don't know what the thing is with this, but I don't know, maybe it's like a steampunk looking thing. Don't know, but yeah, we're about to start. Hopefully we can do what we did with the plasma caster the other day. It'll probably be slightly less effective because it just doesn't have that much damage, but maybe it might be okay because it's specifically all just the one damage type, the ballistic or physical, I think is what the game calls it. Because it is like physical, you get hit by a bullet, it's got a bunch of kinetic energy behind it. And going by the Wendigos here, we've got a lot of damage here. It's not actually that bad. Now, I didn't do this like straight after using the plasma caster, so it might be different. But the method is going to be the same. We're going to want to pin in place using Enforcer, and we'll see how we go. Now, we've got less points in Enforcer, but since we're using a multi-projectile weapon, you could probably always just use the standard one, and there you go. Well, we're still in danger, so I'm gonna back off a little bit. We'll get escape artist going, and we've got an okay amount of accuracy here. So yeah, okay. I think this thing's a slightly bit more louder than the plasma caster. It seems to be a little bit more easy to detect me. If I've got a stealth boy or 7, then I will definitely use them. But if I can quickly get a sneak critical in just so I can utilize... Well, actually, no, we're getting those shots up now, so that's okay. We're still in caution. Very nice, good. That's what you want. And he's so far away that we can easily sidestep his projectiles. Problem is here that we're a little bit low on accuracy, not to mention I'm being hit constantly. I need to actually watch that. And I don't know why I'm reloading. That's the dumbest thing. But we've got the crits happening. They're happening, and we're back in danger here, so I'll go back once again. It's probably about due to get up and start moving again. Let's just make that... Let's prevent that from happening, eh? And at the same time, I don't actually know if that actually fixes it. Oof, concentrated fire. That RNG, though. I got a fresh maggot in anyway, and we've got a crit ready to go. I saw 281 damage. I feel like the rate of fire is significantly higher here. Now, getting 51 damage per shot in the head, which is not too bad. Problem is these guys might start showing up, and if I get swarmed by those guys, we might have a little bit of problem. AP usage on this isn't the best either. We're still getting through the AP very, very quickly at this stage, which is rather unfortunate. But we're tanking it quite well. I don't know what Earl's deal is, or whether his projectiles have an actual range on it, and therefore a maximum amount that they can do. Maybe what I should do is cripple his face so his perception is at 1. But that's what happens, I think. That's what used to happen in Fallout 4 anyway to the player. So we'll dial in a few shots like that. We're back in the caution, even though we're shooting at him. At least, if nothing else, we'll have follow through for the next 10 seconds just to increase that damage a little bit. So that's 32. It might wear off momentarily here. We're getting 50 before. Maybe we're getting a bit around the same-ish. We'll quickly get him unaggroed again. There we go. That's caution. 284, 88 I'm seeing. Now it's 53. Okay, so that's definitely buffed by follow through. And it's actually making a decent hit on his health bar, despite not being much. Now, I asked in the video whether the thing actually helps you go through. If we switch weapons, it activates thing. That's cool. Alright, he's on the move again. That's not a huge issue because we can easily just do that, and that's him stopped again. No more heads for him, or crippled. So it's really quite effective. And yeah, I noticed another comment that sort of stuck out to me is that other players would hassle you if you're using like a Gatling gun like this in like Scorched Earth or something, which, you know, Scorched Earth, it might be a little bit problematic, but these guys are going to annoy me very soon. But, you know, for Earl Williams, you don't have to worry about the thing flying around. It is a hit scan weapon after all. Stop that. That's really annoying. I'm going another stim pack. And we'll switch back to caution now. That's him. That's surely him crippled by now. Yep, we'll get the other one. That's him stopped. We'll target his face. There we go. And we'll immediately get into a bit of that good old-fashioned follow through there. So we're getting 62 now. That might be just full adrenaline. Not too bad. That's him mutated. So we'll switch back. And whoops, gonna get toasted there. Very surprised we didn't get a cripple there. There we go. There's one. And a bunch of these little dudes are showing up. May as well just get him ready to go. So he'll be an easy kill for me at least. Still wanting to do a shotgun of some variety. I probably would back an anti-armor there just to keep the variance a little bit up. Now, question is Earl going to detect me straight away doing this? Probably. But, you know, delivering these shots and these crits pretty quickly here. Are you running after me? I think he is mine. Nope. That's just a little one. That's alright. Alright, back into caution. Nope, he's after me this time. That's gonna send me right into the damage over time barrels. We got healed somehow. I was spamming the sting pack button, so maybe one of those got through. I ain't gonna say no, but annoyingly, we've had to deal with the minions over the past couple of minutes. Honestly, I'm tempted just to bring in an auto nade launcher just to clear the field out a little bit. We're not going to miss out on that much damage. The tiny little knock that we have to his health bar will still exist by the time we get down, maybe. It's not a huge deal if it goes away. Now, looks like he did get a full heal. Gonna knock myself back down in a nerd rage. And just to see... Ooh, how lucky isn't it at 34? Let me make a few adjustments here then, eh? We need to sort that out real quick. Not now. I want to find me Volt Suit. There we go, 2 luck instead of just 1. That's 33. So that might make me DPS a little bit better. Little half-time position change on the field here. That's a nice crit. And yeah, that's heaps good. Alright, he's still moving. I need to sort that out. I only crippled 1 leg, I believe. Funnily enough, switching weapons procs Escape Artist, because you can see it because you flash invisible for a second. That unspec'd, unexplosive perk combat shotgun doing 10 per projectile there. That's pretty silly. Anyways, we have to get out of this place because it's bad. So we'll go over here. So then Caution will activate the follow-through bonus again. Wrong thing again. Guess again, thank you. And 127, not too bad. We managed to get a couple of sneak criticals through that passage of play, but I think it's back to the old gang wars here. Don't want to refer to it as anything else. So what I'll do is just shotgun him because that's just a little bit more effective, and let's keep him nice and pinned here. That might be it for a while, so I'll go back. That's 405 damage, not going to say no to that. And we're back into danger. It is unfortunate that for some reason these guns are a bit louder. There's no traces. I mean, there are traces, but there'd be few and far between. You wouldn't think that actually activate all that often. But now, at least the crits are slightly more frequent. That'll definitely help us. And activating follow through by just switching weapons and then Escape Artist getting us into Caution. I'd love to be a little bit closer. What I might do actually is we'll rely a little bit less on staying away because we might be penalized with our range from back here. So we're going to go a little bit more high risk, high reward here and immediately get sucker punched. That's okay. Back into Caution again. Pepper him with that. And then back onto this. I've noticed this thing's like fairly inaccurate. Like the plasma caster was way more consistent. That might be down to the range stat of all things, but we're making some good progress here. We'll switch back to this. Caution, thank you. We'll cripple his torso because I hate him. And his legs too. We'll just target his legs maybe. No, we'll find the head. That's 119 damage for those first couple of shots and goes from 70 to 45. The follow-through bonus does not last very long, unfortunately. We'll get some shots on that guy, a bit of gun fill action. I feel like some of these shots, they should be connecting, but they aren't. And that is why I picked Dodgy. That 20% damage reduction on my side, helping my ass out on many occasions, and now it's time to go again. So it looks like we nixed about a third of his health just with that particular stint, which is not bad at all. And you need to stop right there. Alright, I'm going to run into no hazards that, so we'll just keep running into the rocks. There we go. Thanks, Dwayne. Appreciate it. And now we're back into Cautionville. That's a nice crit there. Whoa! Almost got shot. Spat on even. I kind of just want to go a few shots with the with the combat shotgun just to see what she can do, because I think if we bypass the damage reduction with a shot... Are you out again? Why? Anyways, if we bypass the damage reduction with a shotgun, then we'd be in friggin' good shape to do a whole lot of damage. Now, I'm pretty sure people have speed killed Earl with a shotgun before, so maybe there is some truth to that. One time, this guy in the Discord, he's made a name for himself. He's saying that crits do that because he's actually gone and calculated, and everyone was like, bullshit, but perhaps maybe there's some truth to it, so maybe we owe him an apology on the server. Especially you, Ter. You're particularly horrible to him, alright? Let him vibe. Anyways, back to Sneaky now. So, potentially, this stealth heavy gunner approach is the way to go for such things, even though it is cheap and a little bit silly. Now, if you were doing this on a pub server, you just couldn't because, well, you just can't. Because you can't really get the follow-through bonus on him because everyone else will aggro him and you won't actually get the sneak critical. But you can try, and it is, like, I can tell you already that this is certainly a very ammo-efficient approach to it. I'd probably sooner take this into a Colossal Problem or Scorched Earth than an LMG, just because it just eats up so much less ammo, and replenishing your ammo supplies afterwards isn't going to be a chore because you can get a shit ton just by utilizing. That was a nice little bat streak there. Gonna keep shooting at him. So 16, 32, never mind. He's being thirsty. Ooh, gotta reload now. Oh good, more chums to fight. More bloody peanuts. Let's get you nice and crippled in the head. And the leg even. So even just with one rank of Enforcer, you can do pretty well enough. And generally you want to shoot him a few times anyway, because, you know, follow through is useful. Basically, everything is going to be backed by follow through in the future now. So we're going to have problems like that. I think 12 minutes is where we finished with our lever gun yesterday. And I think the suppressor can attribute a lot of that damage. There are some good things here. If, in fact, I don't even think the thing is necessary. Stim pack, please. Don't stagger stim pack. It's a lesson for real life. So Earl is out and about again. Come on, concentrate fire. I got you at 3 ranks for a reason. And we were so far away there, we actually managed to stay in caution, or in something, before he managed to get a little bit closer. And is that embers falling? Yep, got out of that just in time. And what's left? Alright, he stops now. That's good. Let me tell you, if you've been watching the ammo bar, take a shot. Have a drinking game. Take a shot every time I do an unnecessary reload. You'd be fucked up by the end of this video, I'll tell you that much. So now we can utilize a bit of cover. It's not perfect, but it'll have to do. There's a poisonous head, 88 damage. A bit more. And we are belting through the AP quick despite having all of this extra from unyielding and everything. So it's very fortunate that we did pick up a VATS enhanced variant. I would have gone different, but it's just the one I rolled. I thought, yeah, you know what, I'm doing that now. And I just had to, because why would I give up something like that? Lucky VATS enhanced, very, very good synergies, because you get more shots than VATS, which means more damage, more crits and all that. Still very simple. Anyways, so after this little supernova, I see them. I see a bunch of peanuts standing around in the usual spot. That's like the smoko hut. Or if an office worker, it'd be like the water cooler where you just sit around and talk shit, I guess, and generally be unproductive. Really annoying. You know what? If I got mod support, I'd take out their ability to stagger you. They're annoying enough, as is. And then make them more like swarmer enemies, which you know, they swarm and you get on top of it, but you don't have to pay too much attention. Maybe I'd cut this guy's damage reduction in half because I hate it. And there's nothing you could say about it if I decided to do that. Anyways, activate escape artist by switching guns. That's how it's supposed to work. And then immediately cock up because this thing's not accurate enough to be used at a fucking medium range. Look, I get that I'm firing at headshots here, but the Wendigos, they're much more consistent than Mr. Earl over here. Hear you coming from a mile out. Now, you decided to not punch me, instead scream at me, which is a questionable tactic at best. But I think we might be okay now to have one last little cripple, and then that'll be it. If he gets up and moves again, which I doubt he will, this will be just about it. Unfortunately, we couldn't finish before the 10-minute mark here. See, I had 95% chance and missed somehow. There's something going on with this. It's not as effective as it ought to be, you know? Not now, not now, not now, you bloody bastard. Don't fucking do it. There we go. And then, yeah, that's like 2 very easy shots. This thing just missed. It's probably bugs. Look, there's still fucking shit tons of bugs in this game. 904, that's when we finished. So it looks like you can do it, and whether I say, I mean, I used barely any rounds, so I can't really say anything bad about it except that it just took a long time, which is obviously inherent with a weapon which is firing slow anyway, and you can't really use it in VATS, and is about as loud as my Commodore in the morning, wakes up everyone in the neighborhood. It's a good feeling. Just kidding. I don't live in suburban areas, but let me tell you, once I get the thing cammed, it'd be like a supernova. When I crank those keys in and turn the ignition on, it'd be unreal. So we end up getting a Mutant Slayer baseball bat. I can tell you where to swing that. Actually, the secondary and tertiary effects on that aren't too bad. The prefix, though, garbage. So yeah, I mean, it's not terrible, but it just needs to be a little bit faster. And I don't think we could have gotten any faster than that without doing chems in terms of, like, legendary rolls there. But yeah, there we go. And we're back in Fallout 4 for the outro, because we always are. It's a Fallout 76 outfit, but I figured it had a point to me following some guides on the internet. This is a King Grognak costume, but it's like, it's got a CBBE body underneath and not a vanilla body, so I don't know, maybe it looks a little bit better. So that was the bloodied lucky Gatling gun. VATS enhanced too, don't forget that, that's important. And it did okay. And it might be one of the better heavy weapons we got. Obviously, it's not fast, but then again, it was faster than what the Gauss minigun was and used a ton less ammo. So I think generally on merits of just ammo efficiency, it's one of the ones that I could probably recommend. It's not going to be the fastest, but you don't have to worry about breaking your back trying to farm that ammo back after the event. Plus, if there's a bunch of other people there, they can shoot it as well, so it won't take as long when you're actually in a competent group. So be sure to let me know what to do next. Don't give me any dumb requests, I'll ignore them. If you're feeling like a 50 cal, we can go back-to-back heavy guns, I guess. I think a 50 cal might do okay. It'd be interesting to see how it goes. Also, maybe some more riflemen. Shut up, Snapchat, I'm talking. And a Gauss rifle, people think they're pretty cool. So yeah, be sure to let me know your thoughts on what to do next. Thank you very much for watching, guys.